For 150 years, Oregon State University has followed a simple formula for changing the world. Bring together the most curious and driven people and invest in their imaginations. Meet Jerry Bartholomew, Purnell Distinguished Professor of Microbiology and an expert in diseases of salmon and trout. Jerry brings this formula to life and the team she's assembled to explore the frontiers of research.
I came in as a graduate student in 1981, and I took a course in fish diseases from John Fryer. I'd never even thought of the subject. It never occurred to me that fish got diseases. It was really fascinating to me on a number of levels.
She cares about graduate students, even though she has so many other obligations.
We live in an age of groundbreaking research into the human microbiome, the study of bacteria and microbes that live inside all of us and are key to our health. But little research has been done on the microbiomes of other animals. Here is where Jerry, her colleague Thomas Sharpton, and their graduate student are breaking new ground. For the first time, they are studying the microbial environment inside salmon and trout, the salmonids.
Most of my work has been focused on humans. I'd never really had much exposure or hands-on experience working with salmonids from a research perspective. And this is why collaboration is so important, because Jerry does. That was the perfect pairing, so we decided to dive deeper.
We have facilities like the John Fryer Aquatic Animal Health Lab that are some of the best in the world. We treat all of the water that leaves the lab so we can work with pathogens. Nicole was the first project like this that we funded. Nicole's work is where fish disease research is headed.
Our first pilot study that we're able to do with those Purnell funds was to look at the gut microbiome of rainbow trout and see if the bacteria in these fish were different at different temperatures.
With fish, they're much more affected by their environment, so as climates begin to change, they're going to be more affected by those changes.
Nicole's project broke new ground by proving that changes in water temperature can impact the microbiome of trout and ultimately fish health. In an age of extreme weather and a changing climate, the study of fish health across temperatures leads to real-world impacts, from feeding our growing population to saving a species that may hold answers to our own health and well-being.
This research probably would not have gotten off the ground if it weren't for the availability of these private-sourced funds.
These funds allow other researchers to take some risks, and Nicole was actually very successful in doing that. Through this project, she received a fellowship to continue her work with Oregon Department of Fish and Wildlife.
Our land grant mission charges us to be the stewards of Oregon's diverse landscape. No other species connects our ocean to our valleys, mountains, and high desert streams like salmon and trout. These fish shaped the cultures of the first people who called this region home. Now, the health of these species hangs in the balance. But solving problems like this is what we've been doing for 150 years. We bring the brightest minds and ask the most difficult questions, knowing full well that with enough hard work and insatiable curiosity, the answers are always out there.